Hello, MoshPitbeta. This is NARANagi, and I got a battle for you against KingDaddyDMAC. This is actually a battle that we had during Battle for Charity, and as a matter of fact, Battle for Charity was really fun. I had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time as well. We raised a lot of money. I think it was around $2,000, but which is really good. Anyway, on to the battle. He leads with the Deoxys speed. I lead with my Skarmory, and before the battle, I saw in a team preview that he had a team that was actually the exact team that Smogon showed off in the latest issue of the Smog. So I didn't know how to play around it, but even then, it was actually a really fun match. But anyway, as you saw there, he went for the Stealth Rock and the Fire Punch, and all I'm doing is bringing up my spikes. And after you saw how much Fire Punch did, he was inclined to go for his own spikes now, because it wouldn't really do much. I could just roost off, and I could just roost off the damage as well. And as you saw there, I went for the spikes a fourth time because I wasn't really paying attention, and like I actually asked like what happened on stream because I wasn't really watching my DS at the time because I was doing something, and they said that I went for the spikes a fourth time. I'm like, okay, so looks like I got to do something else. So I went for the roost, and as he goes for his last layer of spikes, and then I goes for the Fire Punch here, and then I'm gonna whirlwind him out into his Rotom, and I was actually risking the switch here. I thought he might go for the Hidden Power Grass because it was a very obvious switch because I take both of his stab attacks. So I stay in, really risky play, but it worked out perfectly because he does go for the Hidden Power Grass, and because I didn't know that this Rotom had it because it's like the showcase RMT this month, but he stays in, go for the Hidden Power Grass so he can break my sturdy, and I'm gonna roll him out into his Dragonite. And he goes for the Fire Punch here because I think that's all he can hit me because he does have the Outrage, Earthquake, and Extreme Speed. But yeah, I ruined him out one more time. He goes into his Conkeldurr, takes a lot of damage from the spikes, which is going to make things easier for me because I now reveal that I do have the Brave Bird. Yeah, excuse me. I go for the Brave Bird now because he was wondering why I didn't go for the Brave Bird on the Deoxys S, but I didn't want to reveal it yet. So if he brought in Conkeldurr, he wouldn't want to switch because I did have the flying attack. So I go with the Brave Bird that almost kills him, but he goes with the Drain Punch here, and now he's around 25% of his health. So I think the best thing for me to do is go into my Jirachi and just start going for the Iron Head flinches because I don't because I didn't want to bring in my Heatran because he would go for the Mach Punch. So my best bet is to go into Jirachi and just Iron Head twice and hopefully take him out. I go with the Iron Head right there that he flinches and he lives with like 10 HP, and I go for it one more time, taking out his Conkeldurr, and now he hits a safe switch into his Dragonite. And I think my best bet at this point is to go into my Heatran because I'm going to take the Earthquake that he's going to use right now because he is choice banded. Because I do have the balloon, so right now he has to switch. Now I might be thinking a free switch, so I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rock, but I don't actually go for the Stealth Rock. I go for the Fire Blast because except for his Rotom Wash, everything on his team can get hit really hard by a Fire Blast because I'm a modest Heatran. So he brings in his Deoxys S and that's going to die from the Fire Blast. And he goes into his Reuniclus, goes to the Trick Room, but I go for the Roar first because Roar has more priority, which kind of helped a lot. So anyway, I roam onto his Dragonite, and he goes for the Outrage because he doesn't have anything else to hit me with. And at that point, I went for the Fire Blast for like several reasons. First being that I wanted to get rid of the Sturdy. I wanted to get rid of the Multiscale, and I also wanted to like try to go for the Burn on this thing. But I should have gone for the Stealth Rock there because it did miss, so I pretty much wasted my actual turn there. And it would have made sense for me to go. It would have made sense for me to go for the Stealth Rock. So now he like the Outrage has killed me, and I go to my Jirachi. He's gonna have to switch because I resisted the Outrage. I go and I'm gonna T-Wave anything he switches in because that's gonna really help out in this battle. But he brings in his Rotom Wash, and now since it's rather slow, I can handle it pretty easily. And I knew that. I knew that Hydro Pump was coming because he overpredicted last time at the situation, and I knew the best bet for him is to go for the safe attack, but that did not work out for him very well. So I go into my Gastrodon. He's gonna have to switch, go into his Reuniclus, and this crit was actually like pretty crucial because if I didn't crit him there, he would have been inclined to go for the Trick Room, and probably like take my team very easily. But he's gonna be forced to switch at this point because he knows he can't live another Scald. Go back into his Rotom Wash, and I knew at this point that the Hidden Power Grass was coming because I think he thought that I was a very risky player, and I thought that he thought that I overpredict a lot. but I don't think that's the case at this point. So I go into my Jirachi and I take the hidden power grass very nicely because I do have a lot of special defense investment. And at that point, I thought he might go into his Dragonite, thinking he could take the Iron Head and like attack me with anything he has. But he actually stays in, which is a pretty good play on his part. And at that point, all I wanted to do was like Iron Head flinch the Rotom Wash because that's like my best bet at this point. And now all he's doing now is staying and going for the hidden power grass. And now he finally switches, goes on to his Dragonite, seeing as now all I'm doing is going for Iron Head. But I do go for the Wish here, which is gonna be a wasted Wish because I don't have anything to switch it on. It's Outrage, so I pretty much wasted like a lot of turns already in this battle. Like I went for Spikes 4 times, and I went for the Fire Blast, which missed, and I went for Wish, which did nothing. But I still have a chance here. So I go into my Reuniclus, and the purpose of me doing this was to bring it in, take the Outrage, then go for the Side Shot, so I can get rid of his multi scale, which is what I wanted to do for the entirety of the match because Banded Dragonite at full health is very hard to deal with. So now he's confused after the 3-turn Outrage. Going to my Conkeldurr, and my only chance was for him to hit himself as I got up a bulk up at this point, and he did not want to risk that actually, and he went into his Scizor on my bulk up, and I'm thinking Drain Punch is gonna do a lot. He might Swords Dance or go for the Bug Bite. I mean Swords Dance to go for the Bullet Punch, and he does do that. He goes for Swords Dance on my Drain Punch, and it's gonna do a lot, but not kill him, which is what I was hoping for. But but in the RMT, he did have a lot of HP and defense investment, so I kind of expected it to happen. So he goes for the Bullet Punch there. It does around 45%, I think, and I go for the Drain Punch. That's gonna take out his Scizor finally, and I do have enough health for me to live an Outrage, but for some reason he goes into his Reuniclus, thinking that I'd be slower, but since he is a Trick Room Reuniclus, he has like 0 IVs and speed, meaning that I am going to be able to stay in, go for the payback, taking out his Reuniclus. He brings in his Dragonite at this point, and I was really hoping that the Outrage would not kill me, and luckily it does not. I live with 46 HP, go for the payback, and next turn I go for the Mach Punch here, and if the Mach Punch didn't kill, like min-max, if it probably got minimum damage, I would have lost, but thankfully the Mach Punch kills the Dragonite. And all he can do now is bring in his Rotom Wash, and I'm just gonna Drain Punch it. So that was a really great game, KingDaddyDMAC. I hope you guys at Moshpit Beta enjoyed this battle. Please subscribe to me if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe to Beta, obviously, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Bye.